Hi, everybody. I'm Tressa Pankovitz from 311 Literacy. I want to start by thanking Parenting Special Needs for giving me this opportunity to share with you our mission at 311 Literacy. For the back to school issue, Parenting Special Needs asked me to talk about reading, a very, very important subject. At 311 Literacy, we believe that every single child has the right and the ability to embrace and enjoy a love of reading, regardless of their abilities or learning differences. So let's just dive right in. 311 Literacy began with a shared vision and passion by three educators, Ariadna Tripote, Jeff Drayton, and Beth Zimble, who all believed in the life-changing power of reading. In the fall of 2022, a friend showed Ari and Jeff a troubling report, and it's one that you're probably aware of yourself because it was big news. Reading scores across the United States had dropped sharply. As you can see, too many children had fallen behind, both in the United States and in Mexico. That friend urged them to do something, and they listened, because while the percentages of children reading at grade level are far too low, we believe that 100% of children have limitless potential. Ari and Jeff created 311 Literacy to help children not only learn how to read, but also to fall in love with reading. Because when kids love reading, we know that every other thing is possible for them. However, some kids, perhaps too many kids, see reading as a chore. So to change that perception, 311 Literacy created a fun competition, the world's first international bilingual reading contest, and it's called the Great Reading Tournament. And in fact, we are just wrapping up the fourth edition of the competition. This one is our Stop the Summer slide, as in stopping academic slide, and it is going great. Every tournament has been bigger than the last, and in this summer's tournament, with no advertising budget, almost 40,000 kids from 33 countries signed up to participate. So you're probably wondering how the Great Reading Tournament works. Well, students can compete individually, or they can compete in groups, like in classrooms or entire schools, or perhaps after school programs and so on. All a parent needs to do is go online and register the student, or perhaps a teacher could register her classroom and so on, and then the kids take it from there. They take a short comprehension test to determine their reading level so that the appropriate books are presented. And then they are off to the races. They have 10,000 titles in both Spanish and English to choose from. So they are guaranteed to be able to find books that interest them. And then they read as much as they want to, as much as they can, or as much as they feel like it. Because this is supposed to be fun and encourage a love of reading, there is absolutely no pressure. Well, with one exception, and that exception is that kids who read a lot have the opportunity to win real prizes. So there you go. But other than that, it is a fun exercise designed to build good habits. Now, Parenting Special Needs asked me about the cost for participating in a tournament where there are actual prizes. Well, I'm happy to tell you that the Great Reading Tournament is absolutely free for all children, no matter where in the world they read from. 311literacy.org works with generous sponsors, companies, businesses, foundations, philanthropic groups, and individuals to secure tax-free donations so every participant can access the reading platform at no cost during the tournament. And it is really fulfilling for our sponsors. 311 Literacy's overhead is just $10 per student for the tournament. So even relatively small donations can ensure a large number of students get to read. If you think about it, a $250 donation, say from a local business, can sponsor an entire classroom of 25 students. After the tournament ends, families or schools can choose to continue to use the reading platform going forward by buying a subscription. But participation in the tournament is always free. So, one obvious question is why go to all the effort to create a bilingual reading competition? Well, Ariadna is from Mexico and she now lives in Miami. Jeff is originally from Philadelphia and he now lives in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. Together, they saw how few reading resources exist for Hispanic and bilingual children on both sides of the border. So they made a decision. Let's focus our efforts on reaching those communities in both Latin America and the United States. If you're watching this at Parenting Special Needs, you probably want to know for families raising children with developmental disabilities, how is 311 literacy different than other reading programs? Well, at 311 Literacy, we believe that every child deserves to experience the joy of reading, regardless of their abilities or their learning differences. Therefore, our platforms were intentionally designed to be inclusive and flexible, offering a variety of tools that support children with developmental, visual, and other learning challenges. From read out loud options and customizable spacing to visual tracking aids and syllable support, our platform adapts to the unique needs of each reader. Whether a child benefits from audio support, needs help focusing, or requires gradual text presentation, there are tools built in to meet them where they are. Families can explore these features in partnership with teachers to determine what works best for their child, making reading not just accessible, but enjoyable. Our platform is designed to support children with a wide range of developmental needs by offering flexible built-in tools that make practicing reading less frustrating and more engaging. It adjusts books, suggestions to match each child's current reading level, and tracks their progress through simple comprehension questions. Children can listen to stories read aloud, break words down into syllables, increase spacing between words, or highlight lines to follow along more easily. Visual and audio supports work together to reduce distractions, improve focus, and help children engage at their own pace. Whether a child needs repetition, routine, or just the right book at the right level, the platform is built to meet them where they are and grow with them as they improve. The Great Reading Tournament is inclusive for children with developmental delays or limited verbal communication because it's all about the time spent reading, not the speed or the level. A child reading picture books or decodable text counts just as much as a child reading chapter books. What matters is building the habit and embracing the joy of reading. Take a look at the reaction from Mexico's Association for Persons with Cerebral Palsy, which has students participating in the tournament.
Hola, mi nombre es Jessica, maestra del taller de lectura en el Centro de Educación Formal en APAC. Nuestra experiencia con el uso de la plataforma nos ha traído muchos beneficios para el fomento del hábito en la lectura, tanto para nuestros beneficiarios como para los padres de familia, trayendo mejoras para nuestro taller.
Hola, mi nombre es Gustavo. Mi experiencia en la plataforma de lectura ha sido muy agradable. He aprendido mucho, nuevas cosas. He adquirido nuevos conocimientos con esta nueva plataforma. Muchas gracias.
Even children who need one-on-one support or shared reading can also fully enjoy the experience. The platform includes text-to-speech and read-aloud features, but parents, caregivers, or teachers can also sit with a child and read together. Shared reading is a powerful way to build connection and literacy skills. Parents who are trying to help a child who finds reading hard might consider starting small, going slowly, and celebrating every step forward. The most important thing is to meet your child where they are and create a positive, pressure-free reading environment. Focus on moments of connection, not perfection. Read aloud together, laugh at the pictures, use silly voices, make it fun. Ask questions your child can answer. about the pictures, the characters, or the story to build confidence and comprehension skills. You can also establish a regular reading time so that it becomes a part of your family's rhythm. Remember, children live by watching the adults in their lives. If they see reading something as everyone does and enjoys, they'll be more likely to join in. And above all, believe in your child's ability to grow as a reader, because research continues to show that with the right support, children with learning and developmental differences can learn to read. Remember, success in the Great Reading Tournament isn't about speed or reading level. It's about the minutes spent reading. And that's great news because that means every child can succeed simply by showing up and giving it their best. Families are also encouraged to celebrate the act of reading rather than comparison to others. And I think we should also talk about the books used in the tournament. Besides the 10,000 titles that students can choose from, there's also some very special books embedded in the tournament that are from the Great People Manual, which is another important initiative by 311 Literacy. We developed this special series of books to encourage the teaching of values like kindness, courage, and gratitude. Take a look.
Meet the Great People Manual, a bilingual, values-based curriculum designed to meet kids where they are and grow along with them. Rooted in timeless principles shared across cultures worldwide, such as kindness, respect, responsibility, and empathy, the Great People Manual helps children build strong character, a value at a time. The Great People Manual spirals, meaning values are revisited year after year, deepening in meaning as children mature. It's easy for schools and families to use. No special training needed. Each value is introduced through engaging books and short videos that spark real conversations. From the classroom to the kitchen table, these stories invite children and adults to think, reflect, and share. And with ready-to-go materials like discussion guides, reflection prompts, and hands-on activities, teachers and parents can bring these values to life inside the classroom or out in the world. The Great People Manual, a guide for raising great humans together.
These stories offer powerful opportunities for students to connect with reading through meaningful discussions, not just academics. For many families, these moments become shared reflections and become the biggest win of all. And for schools, the Great People Manual offers an entire curriculum for building values that are common across the world. The next Great Reading Tournament is coming up in November. Details will be posted soon at 311literacy.com, where you can go to register your student, learn how to become a sponsor, or explore the Great People Manual in more detail. Thank you again to Parenting Special Needs for hosting us for this great discussion. We hope that it was interesting and maybe even a little bit inspiring. And we wish everyone a great back to school and a great school year. And we really hope to see you in November.